I mean, I prefer hearing you. That.
Yeah, I know, but the background noise sometimes. Well, we got the background noise from this bike. It sounds pretty awful.
Are you already on?
I think I am. I mean, I can't really tell because it takes a couple seconds.
Let me tell you.
Tony's going to tell me if I'm on.
No, you're not on.
All right. It's 22 seconds in. Is it on now?
I'm checking Facebook.
All right. Well, I'm going to start because it says I'm on. So, yeah, so day four. I don't know what day it is, but it's day 4. Since the U.S. and Israel began attacking Iran, and there is a whole litany of things to talk about. Yes, I must be on because there is a comment. Hi, Lovella. Nice to see you. All right, so anyway, why am I on a bike? Because we're going stir crazy lately. We're literally going crazy. We are stuck. There is no, there's nothing to do. There's nothing. I realize that I am so busy and running around, but all within this very small apartment, or increasingly smaller apartment. As the kids get bigger, the apartment shrinks, so it feels. So anyway, a lot to talk about. Trying to think, in the course of a day, so much happens that it's hard to decide where to start. But I think I'm going to start with the U.S. State Department issued a warning to all American citizens in 14 countries in the Middle East to leave. So 14 countries, that's like all of the Middle East, and it's anywhere that you could use to get out of here. Like, for instance, from Israel, the only way you can now get out of the Middle East is to actually go through Egypt. And getting to Cairo from Jerusalem is probably at least 10-hour journey. No, way more, because just getting to Eilat would be 4 hours and then going through. So anyway, it's like, you have to go there and then get a flight out of Cairo to who knows where, just like take your pick and get out. So that was a warning for 14 countries in the Middle East, including Egypt, which you would have to go through to get out. So let's do a little roundup. Okay, so starting with Israel, there are still missiles coming in from Iran, several a day, mostly going to the west side, like going toward the Tel Aviv area. Now, Hezbollah from Lebanon has decided to join the party, and so there are many missiles coming in now from Lebanon, from southern Lebanon into Israel. Also drones. Now, the Lebanese government is expressing their displeasure with Hezbollah for doing this because they know that it's going to invite many Israeli attacks on Lebanon. And it has already. I mean, from targeted assassinations, like in downtown Beirut to like other, it's pretty bad over there. Israel said, oh, okay, you're going to fire a missile. Well, ceasefire's off. Now we can do whatever we want. And the U.S. also said that, yep, Israel can do whatever it wants now because you violated a ceasefire. So now there's much more going on in the north of Israel in terms of rockets and missiles. And those people just got back. Like, they were evacuated for about a year and a half. The economy was devastated. There was nothing left in the north. And there still wasn't, because it hasn't really come back yet. But they moved back. And now they are under attack again, living in shelters or going to shelters several times a day. So Israel is also still taking it out on Iran. They do several runs in Tehran on a daily basis with the Air Force. There have also been attacks on the nuclear facilities. I don't know if that's by Israel or the U.S., but the U.S. is also, I think, working on the Iranian Navy and downing some ships there. So So anyway, but Israel has uh, apparently established air dominance in the airspace in certain parts of Western Iran. So that is interesting. So now also they're attacking very key sites in Tehran. This is what they're saying, and also in Qom. Now, Qom, I'm not sure how to say it. It's like the spiritual city of Iran, and apparently it's where they meet to discuss the successor of the Ayatollah. Oh, other news. The Ayatollah, the assassination of the Ayatollah, it's the details are just coming out now about how that transpired. And that was an attack that was like months in the making. It was something that maybe years. Sorry, it was years in the making. That somehow the Israeli intelligence was able to hack into the traffic cameras around this guy's compound, and they would they would analyze like when the security guards, the shifts, where they parked, what their movements were, and things like that. So that went on. That went on for years, and they built a really detailed intel file, and that is how they were able to take out the Ayatollah on the first day of the war, within the first hour of opening up the attacks on Iran. Now, here's some political stuff for you. There was talk that Netanyahu pushed Trump into starting the war, and that Israel was going to strike. So Trump was like, okay, fine, we'll do it too. Let's do it. So Trump was just asked about that today, and he said, no way. It wasn't, he didn't push me into it. We had intelligence that Iran was going to strike first. So we're like, no, we'll preempt it. So let's just go. And so anyway, so that's the little politics back and forth. Lydia says, I missed the beginning. Are you riding a bike? Yes, Lydia, I am on a stationary bike because my entire life exists between here and a bomb shelter downstairs. And I'm going crazy from a lack of movement. And actually my brain works better if my body's moving. So like maybe you'll get even better report if I continue to do this. Is it annoying though? I hope the sound is okay. I mean, I can stop. I'm actually running out of breath, so I had to like put the intensity down as well. So anyway, yes, I'm riding a bike. Okay. Hey, listen, we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go stir crazy here. Here's another thing. We have no idea when this is gonna end. Oh my gosh, by the way, hi to Jerry. I know I missed somebody else. I'm sorry. And Christine Phillips. Oh my gosh, great to see you here. Oh, and mom and dad watching. That's really cool. And so say hi to Gigi and Yasmin. So, all right. So we did Israel, Lebanon, a little bit of what's happening in Iran. But so in Lebanon, things are about to heat up. And somebody who I interviewed today was talking about how what Israel is trying to do in Lebanon is weaken Hezbollah to a point where the Lebanese army could actually go in and take them out, because right now they really can't do it on their own. Like it would be like it's not a balanced war. Hezbollah is heavily armed. I mean, they have missiles from Iran. So he was saying that Israel has to create the conditions for the Lebanese army to be able to do it themselves. He said they have no interest in occupying Lebanon. I'm sure there will be people who would argue with that and say, of course they do. But in any case, they definitely can weaken this huge militia and then let the Lebanese take care of them themselves. And oh my gosh! So wait, Debbie says I have the same problem here. Babysitting 20. Oh my gosh, yes, minus the sirens. And Mark, hey Mark, yeah. Well, I'm not drinking too much coffee. Because who needs it? Because we have so much adrenaline running that we actually cannot, like, I don't need coffee. So that is hilarious. And the other thing is, I also like there's no wine because like I don't want to wake up for a 2 a.m. siren. Like, like no, not don't need any help with the hangover at 2 a.m. Right. So also, let me just go back to, let's head back south to Israel from Lebanon. I should put on a map so you don't have to see me also struggling because the map's always great. Oh, wait, but I don't have a map up. I got to open it first. Let me open a maps, do
You don't
maps.
have water bodies, do you?
I do
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the map because we've got to go around the globe. Wait, let me pause. Share screen. My computer is like resting precariously on this map. I mean, on this bike. All right, so let's see. Let's go to Google. Hide this baby. Why will this not get out? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look, let's back out. Let's back out. Look at this. Because we are dealing with 14 countries. 14 countries. Sirens and hey, Tony, put me down. Put me lower, Tony. Okay, so check it out. All right, so Lebanon here. Now we're back in Israel because I wanted to tell you about the rate of sirens. It feels like it's been less intense in the last day. The 2 days actually. Like I feel like the for Jerusalem, for sure in Jerusalem we've had fewer sirens, we have had fewer warnings. Although at 8, leisurely wake up time at 8 a.m. I was already awake but not up when we got this alert that there was a drone flying around in our area. We didn't even get an alert. We actually had like our phone, a male voice spoke out of the phone, hostile aircraft, and I was like, holy crap, like oh my god, there's a man talking to me through my phone. And I mean, that is, and then of course with a blood curdling sound that alert puts out, and instantly sirens. So you didn't even have time, you didn't have your luxurious 10-minute warning, you just had to run. So that is how we woke up today. Okay, so anyway, so back to Israel. It feels less intense, but why does it feel less intense? I mean, and by the way, not for the north. North is now getting pounded by Hezbollah, and also the West Coast. I love saying West Coast of a country that's like 2 miles wide, but the West Coast is also getting more so, like Tel Aviv area and the center, and some of the missiles are getting through the air defense systems. But today there were a couple of injuries, but nobody killed. Okay, so now let's look around the globe here. So you've got Jordan. Now Jordan is not involved, but Jordan has been hit in like intentionally and unintentionally. I think there were some American sites that were hit there. And now moving over, and I think also in Syria, again, not involved, but some rockets have landed, didn't make it all the way and landed in Syria. So, or maybe they were shot over Syria and they landed in Syria. Okay. Then moving over to Saudi Arabia. Very interesting. All right, let's just you can see where Iran is. You know what? Let me move the map a little bit over here too. Maybe I can make it a little bigger. But look how far Iran is from where we are. It's pretty far. It has to go through a lot of countries. But I want you to notice what's happening here. You have Iraq is not involved, but there are many Iranian proxies in Iraq. And they are going after American assets at the behest of the Iranians. I don't know where Erbil is, but they did go after some base there. And anyway, so they are also involved somehow in Iraq on behalf of Iran. Here is Kuwait, very small. And this is where an American pilot landed after ejecting from her aircraft and was rescued. I got to find a way to show you guys that video.
What, the rescue?
Yeah, I have it.
Didn't you just send it?
I have it on my computer.
There's also the other pilot.
I don't have the other pilot.
Oh, I think I have him too.
All right. Well, if I can't show it, I don't know even what to say. So over here, so you see Kuwait. So Kuwait is coming under attack. All right, here we are in the Persian Gulf or the Arabian Gulf. Was there a new name? Is it the Trump Gulf or something? I don't even know. Okay, so going further down, you have the very tiny Bahrain. Here it is. It's an island country. I just want you guys to know I was there. I have been there and I loved it. I actually I would love to go back. And then, and it's all right. So very tiny. They are totally coming under attack. They are also an American ally. There's a couple American bases there. They're part of the Abraham Accord. So it means they're an ally of Israel as well. Now here's Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. There's a bridge here between Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. It's very long bridge that gets you from one country to the other. So here's Riyadh. So now Saudi Arabia has been attacked as well several times. American bases and oil companies and other facilities have been attacked by Iran. Okay, Kuwait attacked by Iran, Bahrain by Iran, Saudi Arabia by Iran, and here we go, Qatar. Here is this is a very interesting tidbit. This is the little finger that sticks out here in the Gulf, Qatar, the capital of which is Doha, which is, this is is it like a Muslim Brotherhood oriented country more so? They have harbored Hamas in their, that's where there was a targeted assassination of a Hamas leader in here. And this is also where Al Jazeera is based, in Doha. All right, so moving along, the coast here is the UAE, the United Arab Emirates here. So you've got Abu Dhabi, the capital, and Dubai, the popular city, the popular emirate, and the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa. So the UAE totally coming under attack. And now you can see, look how close they are. They're just right here. I mean, you may be able to swim that. No, I'm sure you can't. But Bandar Abbas is the port city. Also, that's in Iran, and it's getting attacked by Israel and the U.S. So, and these. All right. So where is Hormuz actually?
It's right there.
This is Hormuz.
Yeah, it's like a 35-kilometer.
Why I need to see the name.
It's straight up for Moose.
Yeah, I know, but where is it written?
Well, not there.
It's not written. Okay, so they're blocking that right now. Iran is blocking this waterway, and this is actually a big financial deal. I'm not done though, giving you the tour. Oman, right here, is the country so far has been neutral, and yet this was the country that tried to broker the talks that failed between Iran and the U.S. So Oman also coming under attack. They had one of these. Oh yeah, Qatar. So here's some interesting fun facts. So today I was listening to the press conference of the Qatari foreign minister or spokesperson for the foreign ministry, who said that. Get my quotes right. He was saying that unlike the statements of the Iranian foreign minister, they were not warned in advance. There was no coordination, and any attacks that have happened on their soil have been against civilian interests, not American military only, but also their own assets. And so there was a very strong warning to Iran to cut it out. Also, Saudi Arabia, they have condemned the attacks. They have also finally reserved their right to retaliate. None of these countries have retaliated yet. And one of the reasons I feel like we're not getting hit as hard here in Israel is that these countries are getting hit. And I don't know if I said this on this. No, I didn't. I said this in a previous show that I was just on, that that many people are saying now that Iran is possibly hitting these countries in order to, and creating a financial strain by hitting like their oil fields and hitting other economic assets that they have. By hitting that, they want them to then, these countries, to pressure the U.S. to cut it out, stop fighting, stop hitting Iran, and then because we're losing money by the day and things like that. So anyway, that's what some analysts are saying. All right, over here you have Yemen. This is where the government, there's like 2 or 3 different governments. One is the legitimate government, one is the Houthi rebel government. And I think there was one backed by the UAE that was in contradiction to Saudi Arabia, and they had a recent spat, but I don't really know. I think of ultimately the UAE backed government has bowed out, and right now the Houthis is another Iranian proxy group based in Yemen, and they were firing missiles at Israel for 2 years. Look how far that is up the Red Sea here. So they have been quiet. So here you go. Here's the whole region. Here's Egypt, so far unaffected. But this whole circle of countries is what is in question right now, and all the countries that are impacted by the current war. So back to me and my bike. The State Department warning to leave 14 countries from the Middle East. And now you can see why. You can see why, because it's like a domino effect. They're all somehow affected. Everybody's connected. The tourists that were in Israel that were trying to leave, they normally would go through Jordan. And Jordan is dangerous right now because it's between Iraq and Israel, and just a lot of potential for missiles to be shot down over Jordan and for their airspace to be closed. So that was out of the question. So now they're going through Egypt, and then when you get to Egypt, I had like my sister calling me, and she's like, "Well, what about Doha?" And I'm like, "No, not Doha. No, not Dubai." In Dubai, the airport was hit, and also several civilian buildings, like right next to the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, were also hit. So anyway, what else? Tony?
Well, I don't know if you reported this. The Iranian women's soccer team had a game.
I didn't know this.
No, and they didn't sing the national anthem.
Seriously, where was the game?
It's an Asia Cup game. I think it was yesterday or something like that.
Ooh, the Iranian women's soccer team did not sing the anthem at a game that they had.
Yep.
In defiance of the regime. Wow, that's unbelievable.
The U.S. Embassy, do you tell them, in Riyadh?
U.S. Embassy, yes, in Riyadh. I was talking about the hits in Saudi Arabia. It includes the U.S. Embassy was hit. In Kuwait as well, I think, the U.S. Embassy.
Sure in Kuwait, but I'm sure also they try to hit a French military base.
Oh, we got to go back to the map. Because speaking of the French,
much am I getting paid to remind you about what to say? How much do you pay me?
You're getting paid, Tony. You're going to get paid. Okay, let's go back to the map, because now we got to, oops, not Malaysia. We got to make this bigger. Why? Because, all right, here you go. Cyprus. You see Cyprus right here? Should have nothing to do with it, right? Here's Iran. Here's Cyprus. Guess what? Cyprus has come under attack 2 days in a row for British ships that are based in Cyprus. So, I mean, talk about a regional war. So now when you're leaving these countries and you can't use any of these airports because they're all under attack. And so you have to like take a camel down to Egypt and all the way to the pyramids in Cairo. You still can't even fly to Cyprus, which is right there, because Cyprus is now getting hit. Paphos, right near like Paphos. Cyprus is not a big country, and it's just this one big circle island. So anyway, I don't know. It's a powder keg. So yeah. And yeah, US stuff under attack. Anyway, we also don't know when it's going to end. Israel has said that they've extended their restriction status through Saturday, but they also said somewhere the state of emergency till through May 12th. So we don't yet know really what will be. We are waiting to find. And Tony has another thing to add.
No, not to add. Maybe to remind you to talk about. Israel is opening up their airspace on Thursday and allowing one flight every hour. And then the next day will be 2 flights every hour. And then the day after that will be more flights. But
is it just
their airspace
for people that want to leave?
They're not. They didn't say.
Or is it also for people?
They didn't say anything. They just said 1 flight an hour. They're opening up their airspace.
So Israel's opening their airspace as of tomorrow night, and 1 flight an hour.
Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday night. Like they said, between Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to open it up, and for one flight an hour. And Israelis are really funny. I don't know if other countries are like this, and if they frequently. My child's making fun of me. Well, what I should do is, if I really need to go viral, I should just have them do their tortilla slap challenge, and instead of me talking about the news, and then I'd probably have like 1 million subscriptions in like a second, because that's literally what they were doing, was like a tortilla slap challenge. Yeah, so Israelis are very funny in the sense that once war breaks out, they all try to get back to their country, and then the ones who are here when it happens are trying to get out. So yeah, so people are trying to get back in.
Lydia saying it's for returning citizens.
For returning citizens to come back, but can you take the plane out is the question. Can you, when that plane lands and it's got to go back to pick up more returning citizens, can you get on that empty plane and go? I don't know.
Well, if Lydia's on, she'll respond.
Lydia will let us know, because I don't know, because I'm not checking into it right now. I'm checking that every 2 seconds. Like literally, it takes me hours a day to check all the news. Oh my gosh! Like even as we speak, there's more. There's explosions in Dubai right now, as we were talking. Yeah, I think that's why it's quiet here.
It looks like they're going through waves. Like this wave now is Bahrain. This wave now is Qatar. This wave now is Israel. This wave now. It's like every time they have one, it's like they focus on one.
Do you hear
at
Tony?
A time. No, well, you can.
I don't know if you hear Tony, but I'll have to repeat it because Susan just said, "Are you riding a bike?" Yes, I am. I'm riding a bike. I mean, I've got to double time it here. Honestly, like all of my time is spent in an 80 square meter apartment, and I have to move. And there's the only moving is up and down the stairs, and we haven't had as many sirens today, so I feel much less exercised. So yeah, don't jinx it. Exactly. Explosions in Dubai right now. So basically, we're looking at a regional powder keg, and we did looking at the whole picture, the whole region. What's happening, why these countries are under fire, why the U.S. is saying to get out. Iran is, so I'll end it with this, just some information on what's happening in Iran. I said earlier that Israel is still, they have like several sorties a day attacking specific sites in Iran, not just in Tehran. But we saw the map. It's a big country. And I don't know, like, for instance, even here, like if there's a missile that hits Tel Aviv in this much smaller country, I don't necessarily feel the impact of it in many ways over here. Like I do actually hear, sometimes you hear the interceptions and things like that. But so I can't imagine a country like Iran, how widespread the impact is. Also, what we what has been stated by the politicians, by President Trump, and by Prime Minister Netanyahu. It's that they are looking for regime change, and they're laying the ground for regime change. Like what they're saying is we're eliminating as much of the obstacles as possible to enable the people to rise up and to put in the government that they want. But I have to, ask a few questions here. In a country of 90 million people, what is the unified response to regime change? Now, a lot of people I've interviewed and a lot of people that I know personally, they believe that the crown prince, Reza Pahlavi, the son of the Shah, he's the one who should be. But there are other groups that are angling for this, and they have said that they even have operatives on the ground already working for it. I wrote an article about one such organization, and there are many people that oppose them. They say it's Marxist Islamist cult and terror group. So I was like, oh, wow, mind blown. So there's a lot that we don't know of the internal politics. And also, it's very hard to say that a country that big could monolithically agree to one solution. Now, another analyst that I heard talking about how, regime change, like everybody says regime change, she said, but taking out the Ayatollah, the supreme leader, doesn't equal regime change, although it does maybe destabilize the government a little bit. She said, but ultimately it's a system. The Islamic regime is a system that knows how to replace itself. So they will very quickly try to install a new Ayatollah, and all of the elements that make up their theologically run and very tightly run government, they will just replace it. And it takes a lot to shake a system. It's not built on just one person. So that was her opinion, her analysis of the situation. Somebody else that I heard said it doesn't matter so much the government, it matters the IRGC. The IRGC is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. They operate not just in Iran, they operate in Iran. They are like the police, the military police of the country, but they are also all over the world. They have networks all over. They're the ones that tried to take out what's her name, Masi Alineshad. Oh my gosh, sorry for butchering her name. The woman with the hair, that's on CNN all the time. She's amazing. She has like really curly hair, and she wears it really proudly because now she's free and she doesn't have to wear a hijab. So anyway, they tried to take out her. They have kidnapped other of their expat citizens. I interviewed Giselle Sharmad, whose father was kidnapped in 2020 in Dubai and brought to Iran. He was just executed within the past couple of months. And she had been trying to get him freed for years, and he was in Evin prison, just deteriorating health-wise, and just executed recently. And that's the IRGC, and they operate worldwide. They also have a drug trade. There was some connection also with Venezuela. So, that is also interesting. Also, the drug trade also helps Hezbollah. I mean, it also helps, it's what funds the proxies and the terrorist activity around the world. So people are saying it's not just about the one person Ayatollah, it's about also the IRGC. And another thing that I saw yesterday is that the Basij, which is like another police network in Iran, like violent, they're the ones that are going into the protests and killing people, that they are setting up checkpoints in key areas where they're concerned that there could be uprisings by the people. So even though there was a lot of euphoria among Iranians who were anti-Islamic regime, there was a lot of euphoria at the death, the assassination of the Ayatollah. There's still a lot of obstacles in the way to regime change. It's not going to be something that we see overnight. Even these protests, they, as long as the IRGC and the Basij have power, and as long as they are staying committed to their cause, the people probably will not be able to overcome them. So there's still a lot of, like, if that's what people are looking for, if that's the aim, there would still have to be a lot more of laying the groundwork to go on to give the people a leg up. So, okay, on that very long-winded note, I also want to say hi to Elora. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Well, guys, it's been great chatting, but I see that Eretz Nehederet will be coming on soon, and that is the Israeli version of Saturday Night Live. And I see they've got the character of the Ayatollah back on tonight. So it's like a comedy show. And I'll tell you what, these days, you need to find your way to laugh. So anyway, I would like to also refer you to my Substack, because I just opened a Substack, and I am also writing and blogging about other war things on there, and you can even support my work through there, which would be awesome. So check it out. And if you're on, also check, I would say subscribe to YouTube as well, so you know when I'm going live, you'll get an alert and you can join and we can continue the discussion. We can talk. So anyway, thank you very much for joining, and ciao for now. Have a good night wherever you are, and bye, Walter. Thank you.